What's up, everybody? It's your girl Carla, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of budgeting and how to budget. So, I want to start off by saying that budgeting is not a restriction. So, we need to change the way that we look at budgeting because if you look at it as a restriction, then it just makes it so much harder to follow along and to stick through it. But budgeting is more of a plan with your finances, and I do have notes on my phone. I want to make sure I touch on every point that I have. So excuse me if you see me looking down. But budgeting is also important for helping you to stay out of debt and to manage your debt. Like when you're not budgeting, that can cause you to overspend. That can cause you to live paycheck to paycheck, because you're just not making sure that you have enough money to cover your needs. You're just spending recklessly. So that's another reason budgeting is important. And it's also the goal of budgeting is to help us, for one, know where our money is going, to get a control or a handle over our money, but also the goal is to spend less than you earn. I think when we spend less than we earn, that's when we truly achieve financial freedom. And I don't know about you, but that's like one of my goals. So budgeting has helped me so much. I was actually in like $104,000 in debt. I don't know how I did that I do know how I did that to myself, but I can make another video just on that. But I've paid off about 50,000 of that debt, and I think if it wasn't for budgeting, and just really starting to focus and see where my money's going, I wouldn't have been able to pay that much. I paid that off in about 2 years. And I have pictures. I was taking screenshots. I used Credit Karma to follow my credit journey. But anyways, that's besides the point of this video. So those are the important reasons of budgeting, and I wanted to actually go over how to budget if you don't know how, and if you do, this will refresh your memory. And I'm going to actually make my January budget, so I'm going to show you with real numbers and everything. For budgeting, I use the Dave Ramsey Every Dollar app, and actually these tips for budgeting or how to budget are from Dave Ramsey. I did attend his his financial university class, and that helped me a lot. It helped me learn how to budget, and just, I don't know, it finally just stuck to me. It didn't stick to me maybe right away, but it did stick, and it helped a lot. So don't beat yourself up if you fail to, stick to your budget the first few months. It's hard. It's a life change, but you can do it. Take baby steps at a time. I don't know if you guys have heard of the compound effect, but every little step counts to a bigger step. So just take those little steps, and eventually it's gonna all pay off. All right. Well, without further ado, now we're gonna go ahead and jump into how to budget. So step one for budgeting is gonna be to write down your total income. So I have my income here on my phone. Okay, so sorry, let me just pull it up. Okay, so this is going to be after taxes and after all the deductions, and you're going to put every single penny, everything, because the point is to account for every dollar. So I do the zero-based budget. I think that's what it's called. Basically, we're accounting for every single dollar. Okay, so I've written it down, and I'm not sure if it's backwards. It looks backwards to me right now. Hopefully when you guys see it, it fixes. But anyway, so you're going to write your total income. Okay. And then the next step is going to be to list your expenses. So I'm going to pause the video here because I actually want to record me writing it down on my notebook so you guys can see. So I need to set up my phone for that. Okay, so on this page, now that you guys can see my paper, I have written my monthly income, or my income, for the month of January. So I get paid monthly, so this is for the month. And then, so that was step one, to write down all of your income. If you have 2 jobs, you're going to put literally every penny that's coming your way. You're going to put it here. And then the next step number 2, is going to be to list your expenses. So usually I do this in an app, but I'll show you guys how I plug it into the app after we write everything down. I think that'll be the best way to do this. But anyway, so in step 2, we're listing all our expenses. So you're going to think about all of your regular bills and irregular bills. For December, for example, I even put in a budget for Christmas. So that would be an irregular bill, right? I'm not always saving for Christmas, or I'm not always spending for Christmas. So here is also going to go things like your groceries, gas, any subscriptions you may have, like to Netflix, Apple Music, anything. And then maybe entertainment, clothing, literally everything, because we're going to account for every dollar that is spent. So I have my budget pulled up here because I don't want to forget anything. So for example, I pay my mobile phone, which is $90. So I'll just put phone. Cable, I pay $131. For rent, I'm paying $850. Okay, and I put money in a budget for gas. So I put 160, and how I came up with 160 is if I filled my gas tank once a week, so there's 4 weeks in a month, and I think I had made it like it takes like $35, and I think I must have given myself some extra, so that's how it came up with my gas budget. For groceries, I try to spend $200. This is one that I'm struggling on because sometimes I do go over, but I really try to stick to it. So I have groceries, and then I do have 2 dogs, so I try to do $75 for them. So this would be for their food and treats, but the food I usually don't buy like every month. It usually lasts them like a few months because I buy a big bag. So for things around the house, like I have like a house supplies. So this is going to be like toilet paper, or maybe like my hair stuff like that I need, like leave-in conditioner and stuff like that. I try to give myself $100 a month. Again, sometimes I don't use it all. Sometimes I use it all, you know, because sometimes things roll over. Like the product will last me more than a month, you know. And then I do pay Apple Music. I have a family plan. And I also pay for myself and my mom some iCloud storage. It's 99 cents each of us. And then the Apple Music is $14.99. So altogether it's $16.97 for those 3 things. So I just put Apple. And then my car insurance, I pay about $290. I think it's like $289 and some change. I just rounded this one up. So car insurance. And then, okay, I do real estate. So I pay for a key monthly. So put my super key. And then I also pay for the car wash, like a monthly subscription for the car wash, which is $25.98. And that's actually it. Okay, so those are all of my expenses for the month. And then we're gonna subtract our expenses from our income to equal 0. So that's step 3. So let me just repeat that again. Step 3 is to subtract expenses from income to equal 0. I'm sorry guys, so I did forget to add that I do have like an auto transfer to savings, because it makes my savings account free if you do at least a $25 transfer. So I do that, and then we're gonna add this, which, let me get my calculator here on my computer so I could add that since I'm using my phone to record. So we have 90 plus 131 plus 850 plus 160 plus 275. Let me use my 2 hands, maybe I'll go faster. So 100, 1697 plus 290 plus 2333, 2598, and then plus another 25. So this just equaled 198728. Okay, so then we're gonna subtract this number from our monthly income. So I'm just gonna go ahead and write it up there. Can you guys still see? So it's 1987.28. Please excuse my messy handwriting, and this is about to get really messy, but if you're following along, it should be okay to you'll know what I'm doing. 57.03. Okay, so then we'll go here. So it'll be 69.75 is what I'll have left over. And to make this a zero budget, I'll usually my money that's left over, and honestly there's usually not a lot of leftover, so don't think I'm balling out of control. Just my job had to retro pay me, so then it ended up being extra on this check. Anyways, I'm gonna put this into my savings, so I'll show you in my budget on the computer. Actually, I think I'm gonna record it on the phone app because that's the one I usually use for this, and then you guys will get it, because what we're trying to do is make this a zero balanced budget. So obviously, if I only budgeted for $1,987, I still have $3,069 that I need to budget for. So this is going to go into my savings. You can also make a budget for things like fun, eating out, and stuff like that. But yeah, let me get back into my computer screen so you guys can see. Okay, so here we are in the Every Dollar app, and they have an app for this on your phone, which looks pretty similar. I could show you guys really quickly. Let's see. So on the phone app, it's just like this, and you'll see everything listed. I just thought it'd be easier to record it from the computer. But anyway, so everything we wrote down on our paper with our expenses and our income, we're gonna add it into this app. And what I really like about this is because you can do it through the envelope system of budgeting. If you haven't looked it up, you can look it up. That's also a great way, but then that way you're carrying cash with you. And I don't know, I don't really like carrying cash personally. So I like the ease of having the app. And then also as soon as I spend, I just go right into the app and I update it real quickly. Anyways, so I'll just leave it as that. Paycheck. You can put your job name here, whatever you want. And what I got paid already, since we got paid for January already at my job, was this, right? We said 5703. Then I'm going to go back in and budget everything. So I haven't given tithes. This is optional. If you want to give tithes, you would put that here. Savings, I do have like an automatic savings. So actually, I'm going to add here. So I just call it the auto saving, which if I go through my list, it was $25. So then I'll just start crossing things off of my list so I make sure I account for everything. There's that. And then for housing, I like to put my phone bill here. Oh my gosh, I'm just misspelling everything. Okay, so I put my phone bill, put the cable, rent. Okay, so that's gonna go here. So my phone bill, I said, was $90. Cable, I pay $131. And then for rent, I pay $850. Okay, so I have 90 cable, rent, and then transportation. I put my gas, which I give myself $160 a month. And then I'm gonna also add here my car insurance. Which is about like $290 a month. So I'm gonna go ahead and cross those out. So I did $160 and the $290. Okay. I'm going to go back up here for housing. I'm going to go ahead and add, where did it go? Okay. I'm going to add my house supplies that I told you guys, like the cleaning supplies and just miscellaneous stuff for the house, so $100 a month. Again, I don't have to always spend it. If I have money left over at the end of the month that I did not spend, so let's say I didn't spend the full $100 or I didn't spend the $160 on gas, any money left over, I roll that over into my savings. Next month, I start fresh with my new check. So I always make sure my bank account is the balance in the beginning of the month is just what I got paid that month. Anything over is going to go into my savings if there's anything over. Anyways, so I'm going to add groceries. I like this 200. And then for things that I don't know, like exactly where I'm going to categorize them, I just put them here in lifestyle. So I did groceries. So I do like my doggies stuff. So I'll just do that. I do the $75. I did do the house supplies already. Like my Apple Music stuff. So like I said, it was Apple Music and iCloud. But together it's $16.98. $16.97, I mean. And then I put in my debt, so I do always have a space for my credit card. If I do use a credit card, that is one of the things that Dave Ramsey preaches against, but I do like to use it, but responsibly. Like I will use it for things that I already have planned to spend on, not like buying things that I don't need with my credit card. For example, like I'll pay my phone bill with my credit card and then I just move my money over to my credit. And I feel like that helps me maintain a good credit. It builds my credit. And I'm not overspending. This is something I was going to spend regardless, or I pay my gas with my credit card and then I make sure to move the money from my account to my credit card and make the payment right away. I never let it get interest. Anyway, so I have a space for credit card and then I have my super key. Oops. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to type fast. It's not working for me. Okay, the super key, which is $23.33. And then I have the car wash. Which was $25.98. And then I did, okay, so there's that. There was something I wanted to move, the insurance, because I saw that there is insurance. Oops. So I'll just delete this, and right here where it says insurance and tax, I'm just going to put my car insurance here. So and I actually just remembered for Christmas, I did rent a movie with my cable company, which was $20. So I'm going to add $20. And if anything, if it's even just something extra, I'll just sometimes add it here too. So I could just put here like rented movie, right? And that was $20. So that is going to come up in my January bill. So there's that. And as we see here, it still says I have the 3,040 excuse me. It still says that I have the $3,049.75 left to budget. So what I usually do is I just copied that, and wow, they spelled, oh, I was like, where did the T go? And I will put this into my savings. And now it's an every dollar budget. So as you can see, we've totaled out all the expenses and everything. And what I love about this is, since they have the app for your phone, I just have it on my phone, and let's say I put gas. Actually, I'm going to have to show you guys on the phone because it's a little bit different right here. On the phone, you're able to see like what you've spent, like kind of like here we have remaining. But the nice thing is you just go in and plug all the buttons. So let me record it on my phone screen and then I'll show you guys. And then we are all done with our budget for January. Okay, so this is my January budget, and it should have, there we go, transferred over. So what I like about the app is that you can either look at it like this in this view where it's everything you have planned. If you see on the top left, the 3 buttons here. So this is everything planned, right? Everything I plugged in. And then I could also see what I've spent. So for example, if I plan to spend $160 on gas, and then I put gas today, it was $35, right? I just put it in like this. So this is just my plan. I've used some of the money. It just tells me what I planned, right? But if I go here, it tells me everything I spent. As of right now, the only thing I've spent on my budget, we can see here, is the $35. Or I can also see it as in remaining. So I still have $125 in my budget for gas. So I do like that view. I'm going to delete that because I didn't actually do that. But that's what I like about having the app. You can actually even connect this to your bank account and it will automatically put the transactions into the app, and then you just sort them out into which category you want them to go into. But with my bank, I've noticed it didn't work. It actually, like, I don't know, my bank did not like allow it. So you'll have to try with your bank and see what happens. But yeah. Well, that's all I have for you guys today about budgeting. I hope that this video was helpful. And if you have any questions or anything that I can make more clear or further explain for you, I would be happy to help with whatever I've learned along the way. I'm happy to pass that along. So just feel free to either comment, make sure you like, well, comment and subscribe anyways. But yes, I look forward to speaking to you guys again soon. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you guys in January. Peace.